At ease, recappers. We get militaristic today with a lead recap story that produces more LiDAR, photogrammetry, and VR than Navy SEAL Hell Week produces stress hormones. The use case pertains to helicopters. This is hysterical because the first VR head-mounted display did too. We're talking the mid-1960s, when in the dimly lit corners of a college laboratory, a curious contraption loomed overhead, a tangled frame of wires, motors, and metal suspended from the ceiling, threatening to bonk any curious onlooker who strayed too close. This was the Sword of Damocles, conceived by Ivan Sutherland and his student Bob Sproul, and eventually developed at Bell Helicopter as a watershed moment for immersive digital interaction. Sutherland, already renowned for pioneering computer graphics with his Sketchpad system that was sort of an early predecessor to modern CAD systems, was dissatisfied with flat, static computer screens. He envisioned a head-mounted system that could overlay virtual images onto the real world and update them in real time as the user moved. Such users, strapped into the apparatus due to its imposing weight, hence the evocative name, and unwieldy design, saw stereoscopic wireframe 3D graphics that shifted perspective with each turn of the head. The idea was promising enough to fetch some of that juicy CIA funding. It embodied Sutherland's visionary quest for what he called, quote, the ultimate display, a world where computers could seamlessly blend synthetic images with our physical reality, ushering in new ways to interact with information and environments. And he manifested it. The AR experience was here, as the headset was partially see-through, blending digital and physical views. So what became of this ceiling-mounted marvel, heavy enough to double as Mike Tyson neck exercise equipment? The SOD never left the lab, remaining a remarkable, if unwearable, curiosity and proof of concept. It did not evolve into a commercial product or practical training tool. In fact, its original incarnation exists today only as a celebrated historical artifact and a talisman of XR's origins. But the reverberations of Sutherland's experiment shifted the entire landscape. The ideas he pioneered inspired generations of engineers, designers, and tinkerers. And it all started with a sword hanging overhead, asking the daring question, what if reality was just the beginning? The laughs and jolts from that first unstable headset test echo on, alive in each new generation of military XR tech we'll soon cover, each virtual rotor spun in every confident maintainer's hand, tracing the ghosts of the past into tomorrow's skies. That, of course, is how one garners the accolades possessed by Dr. Sutherland, a man who, quite literally, saw the future. Maybe except for the Sydney Sweeney ad controversies, though, probably. But who knows? Dude was pretty bright. Anyway, what story just happened that can thank Ivan the Ingenious? Ex-Sergeant Tech, reporting for duty. For the military, it's a logistical obstacle course, one the most sadistic drill instructor could not concoct. Ensure critical aircraft maintenance skills are ingrained without grounding assets or compromising safety. Though reservists are often limited by scarce hands-on opportunities, Maxwell Air Force Base's integration of LiDAR and photogrammetry into an XR training platform offers a glimpse into the future of attention to aircraft detail. As explained by local Alabama news outlet Yellowhammer, the base's 908th Aircraft Maintenance Squadron is augmenting MH-139A Grey Wolf helicopter maintenance in collaboration with Mass Virtual. The team used LiDAR scans and photogrammetry to create picturesque 3D digital replicas of both components and maintenance procedures. This process covered 19 out of 44 critical tasks, ranging from changing a rear tire to attaching a tow bar and taxiing the aircraft, capturing not only visual data but also sounds, videos, and narrated explanations for each operation. That's more intel than Uncle Sam had in bin Laden's crib. The objective is to provide the 908 AMXS with virtual hands-on training that closely simulates real-world procedures, enabling repeated practice without removing the aircraft from active flight schedules. Quote, every time we touch this aircraft, other people's lives are at stake, Master Sergeant and Head Maintainer Jason Gessler said. The more training avenues that we have outside of just being on the aircraft, the better for us, especially for our reservists that do not get to be hands-on every day, close quote. Master Sergeant Michael Coleman echoed this, noting that the technology helps new maintainers gain confidence and skills without the pressure of risking real equipment. Caroline Aldis from Mass Virtual pointed out that while capturing planes is familiar territory for the company, the Grey Wolf helicopter presents fresh challenges which make the process more complex but more rewarding. This integration will bring the base into a growing network of over 135 Department of Defense locations using XR through the Integrated Technology Platform, that's ITP. The Grey Wolf becomes the 32nd Air Force aircraft to receive virtual training support, marking a significant step forward in how military maintenance training is delivered and experienced. Endless wars? Boo! Endless XR maintenance training? Let's see some conscription for that.